nonsense approach and genuine passion for fighting found himself grappling with the news in a recent episode of his widely popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. The episode began with a somber air, a stark contrast to Rogan's usual energetic introduction. He addressed the elephant in the room right away. "All right, folks," he began, his voice noticeably lower than usual. "We've all heard the news about Mike. It's a damn shame, a real scare." Rogan, who has interviewed Tyson numerous times and considers him a friend, spoke with a bit of concern and disbelief. Boxing champion Mike Tyson had a brief medical scare earlier today during a cross-country flight from Miami to Los Angeles. According to TMZ, paramedics had to be called on board the United Airlines flight. The 57-year-old said he was in pain and felt dizzy and nauseous 30 minutes before the plane landed at LAX. A representative for Tyson says he experienced a flare-up from an ulcer, but is now recovering. Tyson is in the middle of training for his July boxing match against YouTube star. He then delved into the details, piecing together the fragments of information available. Apparently, Mike had some kind of heart attack on a plane. The reports are still fuzzy, but it sounds like it was pretty serious. Rogan, ever the inquisitive host, expressed his frustration with the lack of clarity. "I wish we knew more. What caused it? How bad is it? These are questions we all want answers to." The conversation then shifted to Tyson's health and the potential risks he faced. Rogan, a passionate advocate for fitness and a self-proclaimed biohacker, discussed the dangers of pushing the body to the limit, especially at Tyson's age. "Mike's always been a phenomenal athlete," Rogan said, "but boxing is a brutal sport. Those years of taking punishment in the ring definitely take a toll on your body." He wasn't wrong. Tyson's ferocious fighting style, while captivating audiences, had undoubtedly put immense strain on his cardiovascular system. "For my health, for my immortality, more than anything, subconsciously, I think that's what's the reason why I did it, just to be healthy. Then this stuff goes on, and this, and that. I meet a doctor and say, hey, you should do this, and this, and you should try stem cell, like you never tried stem cell. But this is what really got me interested in this stuff. I thought I interviewed, which I like to do as well on podcast. If you're licensed to do, is you're not so long ago." Mike Tyson and Joe Rogan spoke about health and stem cells for better lifestyle. Rogan also mentioned Tyson's past struggles with substance abuse, a well-documented aspect of the boxer's life. While Mike's come a long way, we all know he's had his demons. Rogan said cautiously, "Heart disease is a complex issue, and past drug use can definitely be a contributing factor here." Rogan's voice held a hint of worry. He clearly cared about Tyson's well-being and expressed concern that past mistakes might be coming back to haunt him. The conversation then opened up to the audience, with callers expressing their own shock and well wishes for Tyson. One caller pointed out the recent exhibition fight talks between Tyson and Jake Paul. "Do you think this health scare might put the kibosh on that fight?" he asked. Rogan pondered the question for a moment. "Honestly, I have no idea." He admitted if Mike's health is compromised, there's no way he should be stepping into the ring. Exhibition or not, his health needs to be the top priority. The statement resonated with many fans who believed a fight, even an exhibition, would be a reckless gamble with Tyson's health. As the conversation flowed, Rogan reminisced about his past encounters with Tyson. He shared funny anecdotes about their interviews, highlighting Tyson's wit and intelligence beyond the ferocious persona. These stories serve as a reminder of the complex man behind the legend. "Mike's a fighter, that much is true," Rogan concluded, "but he's also a human being, and right now he needs our support and well wishes." The episode ended on a hopeful note. Rogan, while acknowledging the seriousness of the situation, expressed his belief in Tyson's resilience. "Mike's a tough guy," he said. "He's overcome a lot in his life. I truly believe he can fight his way back from this too." "Me to you, I just thought of it right now when you said that. I was like, goddamn, Mike would be great at yoga because you would get obsessed with it. It's hard to do." "Yeah, it's hard. My family don't like my obsession on habit." "I would, of course. They don't, but that's how you become a Mike Tyson. You have to be an obsessed person." "I'd be in a home. I won't eat for days." Bab family. However, a lingering question remained unanswered. Would Mike Tyson be able to overcome this health scare? Would he ever step back into the ring, even for an exhibition? Only time would tell. Rogan, like the rest of the fight world, waited with bated breath for the next update on the Iron Mike's health, and for those who wanted to stay updated on the situation. Rogan, with a sly grin, concluded, "Keep your eyes peeled on this channel, folks. We'll be sure to bring you the latest news on Mike Tyson as soon as it breaks." With that, he signed off, leaving the audience both informed and intrigued about the future of the boxing legend.
Boxing champion Mike Tyson had a brief medical scare earlier today during a cross-country flight from Miami to Los Angeles. According to TMZ, paramedics had to be called on board the United Airlines flight. The 57-year-old said he was in pain and felt dizzy and nauseous 30 minutes before the plane landed at LAX. A representative for Tyson says he experienced a flare-up from an ulcer but is now recovering. Tyson is in the middle of training for his July boxing match against YouTube.
The opening of Joe Rogan's podcast, the night crackled with an unsettling tension. Gone was the usual boisterous intro, replaced by a low, concerned rumble in Rogan's voice. "All right, folks," he began, leaning forward in his chair. "We got to talk about Mike Tyson." A collective gasp seemed to emanate from the millions of viewers tuning in worldwide. News of Tyson's situation, rumors swirling about a serious health issue, had sent shockwaves through the combat sports community. Rogan, a longtime friend of Tyson and a pillar of the fight world, clearly felt the weight of the situation. "It seems like Mike's in some real trouble," he continued, his voice laced with worry. He then launched into a breakdown of the situation, piecing together the fragmented reports. Apparently, he had some kind of incident recently. Some reports say a heart attack, others mention chest pains. Whatever it was, it sounds like it was pretty damn serious. Frustration flickered across Rogan's face. "The details are all over the place," he muttered. "Wish we knew more. What caused it? How bad is it?" These are questions everyone wants answers to, myself included. This lack of clarity only amplified the concern hanging heavy in the virtual air. The conversation then shifted to the potential reasons behind Tyson's health scare. Rogan, a self-proclaimed biohacker with a keen interest in fitness and health, delved into the dangers of pushing the human body to its limits. "Mike's a legend, no doubt about it," he said, his voice tinged with respect. "But boxing is a brutal sport. Years of taking punishment in the ring, it takes a toll on you eventually." Rogan wasn't wrong. Tyson's ferocious fighting style, while captivating audiences with its raw power, had undoubtedly put immense strain on his cardiovascular system. He then transitioned to another factor: Tyson's well-documented battle with substance abuse. "Mike's come a long way, but we all know he's had his demons," Rogan said cautiously. "Heart disease is a complex beast, and past drug use can definitely play a role." A hint of worry colored his voice as he spoke. "Oh my, but you that was the guy, because he tapped back into that monster. He found it weak, because you got to have the monster. Have to, in order to be a world champion in any type of combat sport, you have to have that monster, yeah, alleged monster inside of you that doesn't really live in the real world, because in the real world, he doesn't work right in the real world. If you can't put that monster away at times, right, you don't work in it." In my view, the conversation then opened up to the virtual audience. Callers flooded the lines, expressing their shock and well wishes for Tyson. One particular call stood out. "Joe, with this health scared, do you think that exhibition fight with Jake Paul is off the table?" The question hung in the air, a stark reminder of the fight talks that had been gaining momentum before the news broke. Rogan pondered the question for a moment, the furrow in his brow deepening. "Honestly, folks, I have no clue," he admitted finally. "But if Mike's health is in jeopardy, there's absolutely no way he should even consider stepping into the ring. Exhibition or not, his health has to come first, period." This statement resonated with many fans who believed a fight, regardless of its format, would be an unnecessary risk for Tyson's well-being. Yeah, but that same monster, if you can control it, then you're Mike Tyson. But then, that's why I like he would see him skirt the line, right? Yes, when he's talking to the reporter that reported that is still one of the craziest things I've ever witnessed when he was on the stage. And the reporter said something, and Mike started talking about, "If we were in jail, I would do this." "Oh, that's right. Oh my God. I'd you till you love me. I'd you till you love me, Joe. How do I mean what?" As the conversation continued, Rogan reminisced about his personal interactions with Tyson, sharing anecdotes that painted a picture beyond the ferocious boxing person. He spoke of Tyson's intelligence, his wit, and the surprising depth he encountered during their interviews. These stories served as a humanizing touch, reminding the audience of the complex man behind the legend. "Mike's a fighter, that's for sure," Rogan concluded, his voice softening, "but he's also a human being, and right now, he needs all our support and positive vibes." The sentiment captured the collective mood of the audience, while the seriousness of the situation couldn't be ignored.